Hey traders, John Howell here. I want to give you an update on the markets across the board today. We're looking at the stock market. There's also going to be looking at the mining stocks, also silver and gold as well too. And there's also a very interesting pattern that I'm still seeing right now when it comes to the silver mining stocks that might be preempting. We may be getting a bit of a drop soon. So let's actually get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, this episode today is sponsored by me and I'm giving away free access to my breakthrough trading course. If you go to johnsfreegift.com, there's actually 4 phases: foundations to your success, chart reading mastery. Phase number 3 is top trading systems, and phase number 4 is the get the X factor. There's actually around about 10 hours worth of training in this course. And so if you're struggling right now, you want to learn how to read the charts, you need a trading system, you want to learn the mindset, what goes into a good trader, this is the breakthrough, and I'm giving it away for free. So if you go to johnsfreegift.com, you can get stuck in access to that and start getting the breakthrough you need. Now, let's have a look across the board. Let's actually start off with the good old indices first, and we can see that, let's actually take, we'll keep the moving averages on. So the first thing we can see, look what happened today. We actually opened sort of pretty much even with yesterday. We rallied down and came all the way back up and closed really high. You can see it really actually closed right on the high as well too. So you can see how that the Dow Jones is developing something like a bit of a bull flag formation. Right, so a bit of a bull flag. We're rallying up through here, and now we're just getting a bull flag formation through here. So we're getting that, as well as you can see my green moving average, which is my 20 moving average. You can see how that's trending to the upside. So it's actually looking quite bullish here right now, guys. And I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw this breakout and a continuation to the upside. I do have a 40,000 target by the end of the year on the Dow Jones. So we may be getting ready for that side. Move over to the S&P 500 and we're getting the same sort of the thing. Man, I can't talk. Same sort of the thought of the same thing. All right, we're getting sort of the same of the thing on the Dow Jones. Man, so we have a all right. Man, I got la, tip of the tongue, mouth on the lips. Isn't that what they do when they're about to do? Isn't that what actors do? And maybe even like singers, they tip of the tongue, mouth on the lips, something like that. Anyway, so back to the markets. So we actually have on the S&P a very nice move up, and then now we're still getting like a bit of a bull flag formation, as well as continue to see our moving average trending up very nicely. As we'll look at the 50 moving average, like they're both just fanning out, very strong in the trending on the upside. So bit of an open low, it rallied all the way down, came up and closed where we are right now on today. So you can see we closed right at the high. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a little bit of a backing pattern. And where is actually, I used to trade this actually a lot. So I used to trade like a bit of a swing day trade every day. And how I would do it is this. You can see how today, you can see how today's bar closed right near the high of yesterday's bar. So what I would do is you can see high here. But if I go back to next bar, see how we have this high up here? How I would trade this is this. I would actually have a entry. So I would have an entry right there at that level there. So if we pulled back a little bit, right? If we actually pulled, there we go, right? So if we actually pulled back a little bit into this level here, I would then actually go long, and then I'd go all the way down. So it'll be that area there into this area right here. So this would be the area where I'd want to go long. Let's go to the hourly chart here for a minute. So you can see what's happening here on the hourly chart. What I would do is I'd come back down through here. I'd buy it into this sort of level through here, which is this resistance level back here. And you can see resistance level back here. I'd buy into it. I'd have a stop down the bottom here, and then we're likely to rally up. So it's actually quite an interesting pattern that I'm seeing right now. Looking at that again on a really conservative entry is that if we got to pull back down towards this level through here, then that'd be really, really good. Again, a lot of the times we can't actually get that. So a lot of the times we'd actually just get like a little bit of a pullback, and we'd actually buy it into that level through there. And again, and the sort of the good trades would be like, okay, that's where you're entering there, and you'd have like a projected target up the top here, and you'd have the stop down the bottom here. So that's how I used to. I'm just going through the whole trading analogy of how I used to trade the markets and so on and so forth. Actually, a lot of the times it's really interesting to see how a lot of these actually play out over time. Anyway, so we can see what's going on through there when it comes to the S&P 500. We're getting a very nice close above here. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we continue to see up. Now, again, guys, we are very overstretched, but the trend is your friend until the end. And the trend has not changed yet when it comes to this here. We've got this higher low, and now we're developing a bit of a bull flag formation. So it looks like we're trying to rally to the upside. Moving over now through to the Nasdaq, and again we're getting the same thing as well too. A bit of a not as strong as moving average here. We're getting a bit of a flattening out. But what do we have here? We have a beautiful move up, and then now we have a bull flag. So we're getting bull flags across the board from there to there, there to there, and there to there. So if we look at the bull flag situation, you'd actually, how you do that is let's actually just use the S&P as this example. Actually, no, let's actually go back to the Nasdaq, because the Nasdaq actually has a quite nice one. You'd actually measure from the high to the low, and then when we break out to the upside. So we'd actually possibly do it from there to there, and then we'd have a projection, and the projection would be that if we did start to break above these highs, especially if we start to break above these highs up here, then I would say that this has a projection here. If this breaks out, the projection on this bull flag formation here is indeed around that 15,000. Now, I ultimately do have a 17,000 target all the way up there. I have a 17,000 target by the end of this year. So this actually may, if we do get that first target, the first target would be around the 15,400 if we did get the break to the upside, because that'd be the projection based on the flag formation. And then we'll probably get a little bit of a pullback, and then away we go to the upside when it comes to that as well too. If we're using the same sort of projection on the S&P 500, let's go from the low to the high, and then let's actually project that out from there to there, and it looks like we're hitting around that 4,600 mark. Again, I have a first target this year of the 5,000 level on the S&P. Why isn't that showing up there? Yeah, so I have a target first. I do have a target of 5,000 by the end of this year on the S&P. So we may just be getting ready to have another move to the upside and a continuation of that happening, guys. And so that's what we're seeing through there, and the same for the Dow Jones as well. Moving over now through to gold, and gold is continuing to do nothing right now. We're not getting really any direction. We're still stuck in this overall big triangle pattern. So it's like a bit of a hurry up and wait type situation, because we need a bit of a we need to see whether it's going to break down past this level through here. And if we do get that, then that's probably going to give us a bit of a, if we do get that, it's probably going to give us a bit of a confirmation of some more downside to come. But if we hold here and we continue breaking above here, if we break above the breakout to the upside, then that's probably okay. Then now the breakouts to the upside, we're probably like to now make a nice move and a run. And if we do that, then my target is at 22.50. So let's actually see if we do break above here. If the stock market goes for the run, then maybe the mining stocks are going to go, or maybe the gold and silver are going to go for a run as well too. But gold is doing that pattern, and silver is just really not doing much here. One thing I'm noticing when it comes to silver on the short-term basis, let's go to the hourly chart, is we're developing a beautiful, beautiful bull flag here, as you can see, right? Beautiful move up, sideways through here. So if we got some sort of a strong breakout bar above this resistance level here on silver, which is, if we get a nice strong break above the $25.80 level, then it does look like that, at least on a short-term basis, that would see a move. We break 25.80, then we'll probably make a move up towards the $26.40 level on the short-term silver there. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys, when it comes to that. And also, last but not least, a bit of a gold mining stocks as well. There's not really much going on with the gold mining stocks to sort of give us a good indication of what's going on. Again, overall, the big picture, I see more upside, but that may take another 12 months for that upside to come. So not really much going on to really bring home about the gold mining stocks, but the silver mining stocks is that we are still stuck in this overall sideways range, and there's really not much going on for a long time. So if we get a bit of a strong breakout to the downside, and it's the SILJ and the SIL, same sort of thing, if we do get a very strong breakout to the downside, then we could be getting ready for a pretty big move. So I'm not saying we're definitely going to get that. We need to see the breakout first, because the breakout gives us a bit of a confirmation that we're now likely to see that. Right now, it's a toss of the coin, 50-50. But we see the breakdown first, and we get that, then we're probably likely to see that move from there. So I hope this helps you out today, guys. Make sure you grab that free trading course that I mentioned below. And know this is going to help you out, and I'll speak to you in the next video.